I was rereading Punk Hazard, and I got one thing to say. You gotta respect this man.
I can do it on my own, but sometimes it gets cold like cause it's cold outside and I don't know why. I'm just living my life.
This video is sponsored by Men's Fashion for Less. More information on them at the end of the video. Okay, so hi guys, this video is defending Smoker and just talking about how awesome he is and why all the Smoker hate is completely unjustified. All the people calling him trash, they're wrong, okay? They're wrong. Like, you may not like the character, but the reasons they're calling him trash are unjustified, and I'm going to prove that now. So the first reason why Smoker isn't trash is because of this. Look at that clean haircut, okay? How can you hate or call anybody trash with that clean of a haircut? Like, I mean, I took a shower this morning, but looking at that haircut, I feel so dirty. I feel like a pig just licked me with its muddy tongue or something like that. And it's like, that haircut's as clean as Zoro seppuku scene in Wano, okay? In the Wano anime. Like, that's how clean that haircut is. How can you hate on somebody with that clean of a haircut? I don't understand it. Okay, but now, on a serious note, let's get into that. So the first thing about Smoker is that he's a real man, okay? Smoker's one of the realest dudes in the series, especially in the Navy. Smoker is pretty flexible. He holds fast to his morals, but he knows when to just give in. For example, on Punk Hazard, when the only way he could get out alive and save the lives of his men was working with Luffy, even though that would hurt his pride, his men's lives were more important to him than his pride. That's another real thing about this guy. Like, you see Akainu, he'd be punching fire holes through his guys. Like, you see Kizaru, like, some of these Navy dudes are just, like, evil. But then you got Smoker, his men are his biggest priority. Even when Virgo betrayed them and he found that out, the biggest reason he was mad wasn't because, oh, now Virgo hurt me or something like that. The biggest reason he was angry was because Virgo betrayed his men, and he was just hating Virgo for hurting his men and betraying his men and for killing his men. His men were the foremost thing in his mind. His men are always on his mind. Like, that's his driving force when he's in the field. His men are the most important thing to him. And that is just a real man, okay? That is a real dude. How can you not respect that? How can you call that trash, okay? Smoker is a real man. And he's also not hard-headed. He will listen to his men when they tell him there's something wrong. Like when Tashigi was telling him there was something wrong, he listened to her and he just deviated from his own way and listened to her because he has a sensible mind to listen to reason, and he's just not thinking of them as his underdogs and as just not just his subordinates, but also if they see something he doesn't, he will take that from them because he doesn't see himself as better than them, and that's another thing you can respect. He also just cares about the general populace. For example, when he was seeing something might be wrong with Punk Hazard, even though there was all that just mystery and all the gas and the poisonous gas, he still went through to investigate it to make sure the populace was safe. And possibly, since there might have been kidnapped children there, which there were, he just was gonna go there despite all the imminent danger to save the people. And this guy, he's just very stuck to his own morals, you know what I'm saying? Like, he cares about the people, so he wants to take out pirates, because, like, to the odds of the world, Luffy is just our highness pirate. Even if he's done some good things, he's still a pirate, and Smoker cares about the world and wants to defend it from pirates, which is why he's so staunch about not owing favors to pirates, because he doesn't want to be compromised in the future. Like, if he still owed a favor to law, the law wanted him to do something, Smoker might have to do it because of the favor. So he didn't want any favors hanging over his head, so he wouldn't be forced into a position where he had to choose between a favor and his morals. That's another real thing about him. And the whole G5 is real, like they're real people, because Smoker and just the not G5 necessarily, Smoker's division, like they were thankful to the Straw Hat Pirates and set aside the morals to say thank you, even though they weren't at first, because like they know when good people when they see them, you know what I'm saying? Even if they don't like how the Straw Hats operate, they still know they're good people. people were able to set aside their pride and just say thank you. That is just so real. And Smoker's the person who led by example and showed all those G5 dudes to do that. So Smoker is just real. And he's not just real. People call him trash and say he's weak in terms of strength. Let me disprove that real quick. So in terms of strength, the first thing you want to realize is Smoker's a smart guy. Like, no pirate was escaping from him in Logtown before Luffy came along, and that was only because Dragon saved him. And I know you're like, well, they were weak pirates, and yes, that's true, but just imagine all the obscure pirates who are creeping around, trying to go steadily in and out. He had a system in there that was good enough that he could pick them out and take them out, and that's a pretty impressive thing, so you gotta respect him for that. And so a lot of people just take a nice, quick, hot poop on Smoker for losing the Doflamingo, for losing the Law, for losing to Virgo. So let me just debunk some of that. So on the subject of Doflamingo, there wasn't really a fight. Smoker just kind of got destroyed. Like, the fight was off-screen, then we saw the end results, and Doflamingo wasn't too badly roughed up, and the anime showed something of a fight, but still Smoker got taken out pretty fast. But Smoker, you gotta realize something. He was tired and weary from the day's events. He'd taken on Law, got knocked out twice, he'd taken on Virgo, got beaten up, got gassed in head by Caesar. All these things had happened to him, but even if that didn't happen to him, this is Don Quixote Doflamingo we're talking about. We're not talking about Brownbeard. We're not talking about the pirate who kidnapped Luffy when he was a kid. I forget his name and I kind of feel bad about that. But we're not talking about that fodder. We're not talking about Beast Pirate fodder. We're talking about Doflamingo, okay? How can you just take a hot, quick poo on somebody for losing to Doflamingo? Like, this is Doflamingo, one of the strongest pirates in the New World, one of the strongest solo pirates in the New World. Like, we're not talking about no fodder. So you can't really hate on Smoker for losing to Doflamingo. And plus, Doflamingo just, even though he did take out Smoker like that, Smoker still had the courage to fight Doflamingo even though when he knew it was a lost battle. So that's more respect on Smoker. But that's not even the half of it. He's still a strong individual, and I can prove that even though the Law and Virgo fights didn't necessarily go his way, he still had some impressive showings there. In regards to Law, even though Law took him out, for one thing, Law was almost as strong as Doflamingo. Like, Law put up a pretty good fight against Doflamingo even if he didn't win. So Law was just a very powerful character. Just because one character is stronger than another character doesn't make the weaker character trash. Like, Luffy is stronger than somebody like Jozu, but Jozu isn't trash because of that. And even in their fight, in Law and Smoker's fight, Smoker did some pretty good things. When Law's room was on, like inside Law's room, Smoker was fast enough to get out of Law's field of vision, grab him by the back of the neck, and body slam him on the ground, even though Law used his room to get out from under that. And then later in the fight, still in Law's room, Smoker even had Law on the defensive for a little bit and was getting some hits in on him. It wasn't like Law, it was a super hard fight for Law necessarily, but it was a pretty hard fight for Law. Law got some hurt, is all I'm saying. And like the fact that Smoker was fast enough to be able to get the slip on Law in his own room is very impressive, okay? Like, Smoker is not that weak. Like, he can still do things like that. And as I said, he had Law on the defensive in the room for a bit, and they were trading some blows equally for a while before Law used the rock and took out Smoker's heart and all that. But you still gotta give Smoker some respect for that. And one thing I forgot to mention, another reason people like to take a hot, steaming, yucky poo on Smoker is for not being able to capture Luffy, or for Luffy just being able to easily dodge him. That was Tashigi's body, okay? Not trying to hate on Tashigi because she can, like, she's a fairly good swordsman. She can, like, deflect cannonballs and all that. But Tashigi ain't standing no chance against Luffy. The main way Smoker fights is using his smoke body complemented by Haki. Tashigi didn't have a devil fruit. She didn't even have strong Haki. All Smoker could really use was his Sea Prism's tipped clubs to try and take out Luffy. Like, he was not even gonna be able to land a hit on Luffy if he was in Tashigi's body. Like, again, not taking a poo on Tashigi, but just, you know what I'm saying? Tashigi is not the person who's gonna be able to have the physical capabilities to keep up with Monkey D. Luffy, okay? So you can't bring that fight up into consideration, really, because Smoker was in a vastly weaker body with a vastly weaker just power set. She didn't even have a devil fruit. Smoker's not a swordsman. So yeah, you can't be hating on him for that. But the biggest thing people hate on Smoker for is losing to Virgo, Doflamingo's like right-hand man and a Navy Vice Admiral. And yes, let me just say something about Virgo for a sec. Virgo is 4th commander level in my opinion. So I know some of you are going to be like, what? So when Virgo was fighting Sanji, they were kind of fighting equally. So I know some people will be like, Virgo cracked Sanji's leg. But let me point out 2 things. Sanji didn't use Diable Jambe a lot in that fight, only twice. And the 2 times he did, he hit Virgo really hard and drew blood. And another thing I think you should point out is I don't think Smoker or Sanji were using Haki in that fight, and we know both of them can, so it was just bare leg against bare leg. So if neither of them were using Haki, you can expect the outcome to not be what it might be. No Diable Jambe, no Haki, so when Sanji got his leg cracked, it was just his bare leg. So you can't really hate on Sanji for that, in my opinion. Even though, yes, you could say he should have used Haki or Diable Jambe, but he didn't. So Virgo fighting Sanji like that, I think Sanji was 4th commander level in base form, and Virgo's doing all those things. And I think Virgo and Doflamingo's relationship was more like Zoro and Luffy, so they were relatively close in power. It wasn't like a Yonko and a commander kind of relationship. So I think Doflamingo's 3rd commander level, just hinging up on 2nd commander level, then Virgo's gonna be 4th commander level. So we want to get that out of the way. That's how strong I think Virgo was. So when he fought Smoker, Smoker was drawing blood. Smoker was getting some hard hits on Virgo and making Virgo spit blood, even though Virgo had stronger Haki. That was stated and Smoker didn't deny it. Smoker was getting hard hits on Virgo and making him draw blood and giving Virgo a pretty hard fight, but that's not the half of it. Smoker's main priority was to get Law's heart back from Virgo, okay? Smoker's main priority wasn't to defeat Virgo. Virgo even said, this fighting style is unlike you, Smoker, or this isn't your fighting style, because Smoker was spreading his body out, making himself a bigger target to screen Virgo's vision so Virgo wouldn't see him take Law's heart, which means Smoker wasn't using his fighting style. Smoker wasn't using his full strength. Smoker was going out of his way to spread his body out and making him easier to hit. So Smoker wasn't even fighting seriously. Like, he was fighting enough not to die, but he was trying to take the heart. He wasn't trying to fight Virgo because he knew Law had a 100% chance of winning, whereas he did not. So yeah, he wasn't fighting his full strength, or even close to full strength. He wasn't even using his fighting style. He wasn't even using his normal fighting style. So you can't hate Smoker to losing for Virgo when this man wasn't even using his fighting style, and he still did pretty well and got a lot of hard hits on Virgo and made him spit blood. You got to respect that. And Smoker, just as an aside, has a really good control of his devil fruit. He can make his body turn to smoke and back from smoke flawlessly. As flawless as you can get. He's basically mastered his smoke fruit. So you also gotta respect that. He's done a lot of crazy things. Let me just do a recap. He was getting the jump on Law in Law's own room and getting some hard hits on Law. He wasn't able to even fight Luffy seriously because he was in Tashigi's body. With Doflamingo, he was tired, and it's Doflamingo we're talking about, not like a stinking 6 million belly bounty character. And then in regards to Virgo, as I just said, he got some hard hits on Virgo and was fighting Virgo fair pretty well without using his own fighting style and making himself a bigger target. Like, he was handicapping himself. That's the word I'm looking for. He was handicapping himself to get Law's heart, and he wasn't using his fighting style, as I've said for the trillionth time. So you can't hate on Smoker for any of this, and as I said before, he's just the real man, a respectable, awesome individual. So yes, I'm done with my Smoker is awesome rant and me saying don't hate on Smoker. So yeah, really all I gotta say is respect this dude! And yeah, before I leave, this video is sponsored by Men's Fashion for Less. Men's Fashion for Less is an online clothing store where you can get some of the coolest clothing options, and it may or may not be sponsored by Senor Pink. You can get bracelets, watches, sunglasses, rings, shirts, and jackets for great prices. Plus, if you use my promo code, you can get any purchase 5% off. So head over to mensfashionforless.com to get some cool clothing options so you can look as cool as Senor Pink himself. Plus, you can get different styles for many of the products. The promo code and link to mensfashionforless.com will be in the top of the description. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications for more One Piece content, and share this video if you found it helpful and liked me funny or something like that, and comment down below how you like these more rantish type of videos. The hard way I was going in this video was partially for comedy and partially because I was serious. Well, everything I said was serious, but the manner I went down with it was partially for comedy. Tell me how you liked it and if you want me to do more videos like this. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.